Today, I'm going to show you how to measure your donkey or pony to buy a harness. Let's go!
I'm Becky. I used to live in the consumer rat race just like you. But one day, I had enough, so I sold it all, moved to the country, and built my own log cabin with my own two hands. Now, I spend my time discovering new ways to live a simple, healthy lifestyle with more free time and way less stress. Then, sharing what I've learned with you. Welcome to Becky's Homestead.
If you have a nice little donkey or a little pony and you'd like to learn to drive, it is so much fun and I highly recommend it. But you're going to need to know what size harness to get for them. And today I'm going to show you how to do that. And these are the measurements we're going to take. We're going to measure the belly band, which I'll explain all that later. We're going to measure the length of the donkey or the pony. We're also going to measure the head stall so you know what size bridle, what size head stall you need. We're going to measure how tall Doodles is, and we're also going to see how much Doodles weighs. Because when you're purchasing a harness, it'll have all these things down there to tell you which size harness you need to order. The tools you're going to need for the job are a notepad, a Sharpie, an equine measuring tape, which you can get at a feed store for free or a very low price. And also, this is a sewing tape. And of course, you're going to need a donkey or a pony. We have Doodles. They call horse measurement to do the height hands, and a hand is 4 inches exactly. So you have 13.1, 13.2, 13.3. There's no such thing as 13.4 or 13.5. It goes to 14 hands, just so you know that. On the other side of this tape, it's a weight tape. So it's a 2-in-1, and it measures how much the animal weighs. You can get these tapes at a feed store. They're very inexpensive, and some feed stores actually give them away. And it's a handy thing to have because we do like to track our animals' weight on a yearly basis. Usually once a year we'll weigh them just to make sure they stay steady and they're not gaining. While you're measuring your animal, you want to make sure that he's standing square. And what that means is all his feet are lined up, like the back ones are lined up perfect, as you can see. Oh, okay, now he's not perfect, but that's pretty close. Where you want to measure for the belly band is behind this little hump. You don't put anything on top of that. Not the harness and not a saddle. They need that free to walk good. And also, it doesn't pinch up there. Okay, so you wrap that around there. It's right behind the front legs, because this is where the belly band sits. And you pull it, you don't wrench it tight, but it's not saggy. You just pull it snug, nice, just a little tug, a little snug. So I would say I can pull it tight to 48. So, not tight, but I can pull it pretty snug to 48. So that's the measurement I'm gonna say, 48. Because if this was the belly band on him, that is how tight I would make it. So Doodle's belly band measurement is 48 inches. Now we're going to be measuring the length of Doodles. And how you do that is you measure it from the point of the shoulder, right there. And if it wraps around a teeny bit, that's better. You don't want it down here. So put it like just right there, all the way down. And I'm going to reach back and I'm going to have it go. Doodles is scared of it. All right, so the length of Doodles is 44 inches. So we're going to write that down. All right, so we're going to measure for the head stall, and how we do that is you gently put it over their head, and you're going to measure it from the corner of this mouth, side of his mouth, over right behind his ears, because that's where the head stall fits, and we're going to come to the corner of the mouth on this side. And as you can see for Doodles, it's 38 inches. 39 inches. Now, if there was a bit in Doodles' mouth, that's what you'd be measuring to. You put the bit in when his mouth is comfortable, and it's just to the corner, right there. It's not pushing it back. You can see how easy that stretches. Nobody wants their mouth stretched out like that all day. So you'll see some people, it'll be stretched way up there. That is not how you want to have your animal wear a bit. So Doodles, you're a 39. Okay, so Doodle's head stall measurement is a 39 inches. Now we're gonna measure, we're gonna switch to this equine tape and we're gonna measure how tall Doodles is. And then we're gonna measure how much Doodles weighs. You have to unroll the tape and find the part where it says toe here and there's a line. Now try to be very, very precise when you do this. And if you need help, just go ahead and get a helper. Doodles doesn't like the noise of the tape when I run my fingers down it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this on the ground and get my toe right to this line exactly. So I'm gonna get my toe perfect right on that. Now, try to have the animal stand square again. And if you can gently like scoot your toe over and get it close, because you want it to be very level, plumb is the word. You want it to be very plumb. And we're gonna raise the tape up. This is how I do it with a tape. Then what I do is I lay the tape over and I try to stand back and have this level line so you can see exactly how tall the animal is. Now when I do this, Doodles is, let me see how many, he's 10.2 hands. Alrighty, so Doodles is 10.2 hands. This is the part of the tape, this side has the hands. You flip the tape over and it's the weight. And that's the part you put over the animal. You have to lean over and grab it. Now, if your horse isn't very well trained, be careful putting your head down here because they can give you a kick in the head. So, you know, be careful. Right behind the legs, right where the girth would go in the belly band. And then you bring it down and you put, you put this to the nearest number. You know, again, you don't want to choke them, but it's not, there's no slack in it. It's just barely snug. So Doodles weighs 357 pounds. So Doodles weighs 357. All right, here we go. We're all finished with the measurements. And I just want to let you know, with these measurements on your animal, you will have no problem getting a harness. You can bring these into the tack shop. You can call Jeffers or, Smuckers, State Line. Any big tack store will be able to help you get a properly fitting harness with these measurements.
Sign up for Becky's Homestead newsletter. Go to beckysHomestead.com and sign up on the right. You'll get articles, news, and specials from Becky every month. Unsubscribe anytime, no spam. If you like this video, click the like button. It really does help us a lot. And if you want to be notified every time we post a new video, click the subscribe button.
If you would like to help support Becky's Homestead so we can make more videos for you, when you do your shopping, if you go through our link on Amazon, you don't pay 1 penny extra, but Amazon gives us a small percentage of every purchase. And that helps us to produce more nice homesteading videos for all of you out there. The link is at the top of my website.